live button.
Thank you.
Where's the mics?
Good. Good evening, everybody.
And we just left the station right as we got here.
That is on track.
Holy crap.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, one thing I've learned on this, you gotta turn off the loop because it automatically loops.
Yeah, I'll be dang.
So, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Off Track Syndicate. Like to introduce Rusty, who's here. Klops is here, and we're gonna have a special guest coming in. Kinsey, thank you.
Yeah, there's
Jesus, H. Christopher, what the hell happened to you? I'd hate to see what happened.
It's all SoCal's fault.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
God, I hate to see what the other guy looks like.
we're gonna get X on that.
No. This is all SoCal's fault. She's the one that threw me under the bus, and I knew that I was going to catch hell for this, and it was all her fault. Yeah, everyone remembers that Mad Libs game that we done last Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's see if you can hear the audio here on this because
There for
she was finishing up the story.
Okay, anyway, as I was saying, we have dildo service in a slippery VIP area, but there are no girls here. Well, I'm the groom, so I think I'll go rub some up. I can't slowly see anything with all the flashing Kamala Harrises in this club, but I think there's a group of hoes in that corner. There's a brunette over there. I can't see her face, but boy, does she have a great hiney. I'll ask her if she and her friends want to join us for a round of crispy crickets. Excuse me, but we have what kind booze and no one to share it with. Want to join us? I say. She turns around and smiles at me. Yes, Kenzie. We'd love to join you.
Did you
She
hear
says.
that? I was nowhere involved in that, and she wanted to drop my name in that with a bunch of hoes and Kamala Harris's and everything else. I mean,
Drat, I must be the only groom in Wyoming to hit on his own fiance during his bachelor party. And by the way, I'm the one who put Kenzie because it said a man in the room, and I'm in the.
See, it's her fault. She done that. And look at the hell that I caught from that.
Yeah, you were okay.
Well, you're still breathing, so
Yep.
Breathing again now, yeah. I wasn't for about 90 seconds there.
Right.
Did you see God at least?
So you've hit your limit on hospital visits this year, right?
Right. That's because this is why I'm bandaged up and slinged up here at home, because after all that, the last thing she wanted to do was take me to the hospital.
Right. Yeah.
So.
All right. And before we get into any more hijinks, I would just like to put out there, please say prayers, give support for people from Hurricane Helene. North Carolina was decimated. I have relatives in Florida, and they seem to have missed most of it. I mean, they got rain, but North Carolina is just underwater.
From what I understand, Southeast Georgia got hit a little bit. My parents seem to be all right. A couple of down trees, minor damage. And of course, all their communication that they're doing for us has to go secondhand through another party, because their phone network is down while other people's cellular networks are working. So, yeah, we got to play the relay game if we're going to hear from them for a while.
Right. And last count that I could find online was so far there's been 66 deaths. I've had a couple people on X like tweeting out like their kid, they haven't seen their kid, you know, in a couple of days, so they're trying to get that out there to try to get him home. Teen kid, probably at his friends or whatever, but again, that's frightening. I mean, that's the devastation there is just horrible.
Yeah, I seen an article. There's some mountain lodge. I wished I had it right here. That is completely cut off. All the roads, or the one or two roads that are going up there, is some of them are completely gone. And there's like several families with children. I'm sure if you search it out on Google, I'm sure it'll come up. But there's no way. They're out of food. Like today, I think they were saying is the last day. The gas for whatever generator the lodge had, and the food is all gonna be gone. So hopefully they're getting. I'm sure somebody's doing something to get up there.
Well, and I can't find it now, but there was a news report, and I went through and was hunting it down. But so a bunch of the trucks that were bringing tractor trailer trucks that were bringing supplies down there, it appears they all had their tires slashed. It was like I forget. It was like 50 trucks.
Holy shit!
And I'm trying to find it now. I had it earlier.
Damn.
And someone had posted it on our inside group to see if it was real or whatever. And I did find news stories where it was saying that it was real, provided it's a real news site. And speaking of deaths, we had 3 celebrity deaths this last week. We lost Maggie Smith, who played Professor McGonagall in the Harry Potter series. She's a well-known British actress. And I actually found, I can't play it on because it's YouTube or whatever, and we'll get dinged for it. But she actually did a skit with Carol Burnett, teaching her the Cockney accent back in the way far back land. You know, but it's
before we were born, but
wasn't. I don't think it was before I was born. Maybe. We also lost Chris Christopherson, country music legend. Was in Blade, the vampire movies.
Yeah,
anybody like those? And
Envoy.
yeah, one of the things I didn't know was he was a former United States Army Ranger captain. He graduated airborne school, Ranger school, and flight school, and he served in Germany. And he did volunteer for Vietnam as a helicopter pilot, but instead they offered him a professorship of English literature at USMA West Point. So he will be missed too. There's lots of people that knew him. And the other one's John Ashton. Everybody will know him from Beverly Hills Cop. One of the definite iconic 80s movies. And he was just in the new one too, which I have not seen. But he passed away.
All right, is that all you got right now, Kurt?
Yep, that's all I got for right now. That's enough death talk.
That's enough death talk. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Speaking about other injuries and stuff, we've actually got an update too. Let's see if I can figure out how to do all this because I'm operating one-handed and one-eyed thanks to SoCal. So we got a little bit of an audio for our news brief here.
Some in our audience that tuned in last week are still likely concerned that our very own off-track endorsed candidate for president, Mr. Tech Roo 2024, might have lost his nuts in that fence accident. We can confirm that this was indeed not Tech Roo, as he is married now, and his nuts could not have possibly been caught in that fence there in Lady Hecate's purse. Tech Roo 2024, kick all of the things that your wife says you can. All kidding aside, Off Track wants to wish much health and happiness to Tech Roo and Lady Hecate as they begin their life together. Way to go, guys.
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations.
I would clap for you there, Tech, but it's hard to clap with one hand.
Yeah.
Well, I think we now know why the Latin subspecies for the eastern gray kangaroo is giganteus.
Because they're big feet.
No, that would be macropus.
Macropus
giganteus is the eastern gray kangaroo. So what is gigantic? We like to run around without pants on.
You might want to double check your mic settings there, Tech, because for some reason we can't hear you very well. Go in there real quick for your settings and then hit and go ahead and check your audio and make sure that your microphone input is what's properly selected. That was my problem before the show started. It was picking up a remote microphone that was hooked into one of my monitors beforehand instead of the one that I for my microphone. So I don't know if you got the same problem or not.
And also make sure your microphone's not in your pouch.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have a pouch. Let's take a quick minute while he's doing that to recognize folks. Donna Brandt. I think I know who that is. Maybe somebody that Tech Roo knows. I don't know. Timothy Ratliff, Paige Rockwell, DW from Life on the Patio. Hey, buddy. Kathy in the Berg, Paige, Jeff Castle, Whiskey Wisdom. He jumped in there. What's up, buddy? Frederator, Mr. Mom. Erica Sir, I don't know, some chick.
Some sour woman. Short
Kloppenberg, Timothy Ratliff.
Timothy, who's always getting the shares and the likes out there.
And there's Troy from Baker Drinks. Hey, thank you, Troy. We'll talk.
When's the 3-4? Is this one better?
We can hear you. Just have to listen.
Yeah, I've got everything cranked up.
Like to see the Frederator. We don't see him a whole lot. He's kind of a recluse. There's Gandy Road jumped in there. All right. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on the comments, and I guess I could have been thrown up on the page there.
Congratulations, Tech Roo.
Yeah, congrats.
We've also been relocating, which is why I had to throw this system together at the last second. And then I was notified we're no longer using Zoom. So, okay, I wonder how this is going to work.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you're not Jen and you're not using Spectrum, everything seems to work hunky-dory, I think.
Well, I'm on Starlink out here.
That's fascinating. How does that work? Well,
darn well compared to now the other place that I was at had a really good fiber for a rural setup. It was 50 megabits up, 50 megabits down, and I think we get a ratio of about 1 to 5 on Starlink, but it's usually over 100 megabits down, and it works pretty darn good.
Now, do you do any gaming or anything?
No, I do not. We do a lot of watching YouTube and stuff like that.
I was curious because we had a different satellite system that we had here at the time because we did not have any kind of broadband internet at all. So we wound up trying satellite, and we had that for I think 2 years, and it was good. We got good video. You could do your emails, you could do your work, but the kids couldn't do any kind of gaming because the latency was so bad.
Huh.
And I'm just curious on Starlink if that's improved.
Yeah, no, it seems to be pretty darn good. I'm trying to figure out how to get this darn this app we're using is driving me nuts, but driving me nuts. Wait a minute. Isn't that playing into what we were talking about?
Yeah.
Right. It's better than pinching them in slats.
We don't know whose nuts they were. We were just glad to find out that they weren't yours because it looked like they were not in a good spot.
No, that was a bit of a pickle.
Bit of a pickle, or were they pickle or Australian mountain oysters?
They were stuck in a picket, and they were oysters.
And I didn't realize. Happy birthday to Kathy in the Berg. Wow, and she's like I think 39, 40. She's 40, I believe. So yeah, happy birthday to.
You better be careful, Russ. You go ahead and call her too old. She's going to get pissed at you.
Yeah.
How do I get rid of this setup screen? It won't go away.
Mr. Mom said they belong to D's. The nuts.
I guess you got to complain about the setup screen first, and then it'll go away.
Yeah.
60, but counting.
Wow.
She said it, not me.
Yeah. Well, you'd never know it.
Yes, a very happy birthday, Kathy.
Yeah. So talking about the hurricane stuff, it just skirted us. And I don't know how bad Whiskey Wisdom I guess they got a little lucky. I don't know. I never did hear from him exactly if they had any damage or anything, but we didn't hardly get anything. We got a little bit of wind. We had like 30, 35 mile an hour gusts and just rain. Just rain. So, yes, Timmy the pilot has a dedicated fiber line. Whatever. Yeah.
So
that's what we have now is fiber optic. Finally.
Just as I was moving out, I got a flyer saying that for the same price, I could now get unlimited speed on that fiber, not just 50 megs. It's darn it. Can I take this 8 miles away and plug it in here? Guess not.
Guess not. No. Oh, so it was a short trip anyway. 8 miles. It's not like you were moving cross country.
Yeah. Still moving out of the old place. A lot of driving back and forth.
And you two have known each other forever, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, she just retired. So now we can be in the same state.
She finally decided to make an honest kangaroo out of you, huh?
Yeah. Somebody had to do it.
And when was the marriage?
I'll give you a tip. You're not going to be guilty for just what you do. You're going to be guilty for what other people say you do. And you could also be guilty for what she dreams that you do. So beware.
All right. Anyway, back on track here. We went off track.
We got a track?
Yep.
So does anybody have Spotify?
We're still here and connected, aren't we? I should tell you.
I don't. I hear everybody talking about it all the time, and I think I signed up to try it out. I'm just not much of a music listener anymore. If I want to hear something, I'll just go to YouTube and find what I want to hear and play it, and then I'm done. I'm not somebody that just plays music in the background. It's just
and they do podcasts and stuff like that too. But they had a big outage today for part of the morning. All of Spotify or most of Spotify. There were some people that still had it. But they were down. Users across social media reporting that the app and the website weren't working.
Real quick, Tech, Mr. Mom's got a question for you. Do you got matching boomerangs, you and Lady Hecate?
Oh, those things are assault weapons. They're scary, and they should be banished.
So you can't have more than 5, right?
308 Winchester is totally different.
Anyway.
And the bridal march song was played by organ or didgeridoo?
I think it involved beer down at the local pub.
You're telling. And was it a furry wedding?
Not really. You were even short a witness, so we had to borrow a clerk.
Kathy in the Berg is Spotify is the MySpace of music apps. There you go. I'll be dang. I think you can still go to your old if you can still log in. I used to have a login, but I lost it long time ago.
I can still get the money.
That was a smart man, though. The dude that came up with MySpace and then sold it and then just disappeared.
Yeah.
He got his millions and went, see ya.
It's like, I taught you guys how to HTML code. I gave you guys some great music, but then you abandoned me for Zuck. Now look at you.
See ya.
Yeah. We did him dirty, and look what happened to us.
Well, dang. What happened to my...
It's over there somewhere. Check right over there. Did you find it?
My chat, my YouTube chat disconnected. What the heck?
Yeah, so mine. It says backup.
Brought to you by Spotify.
Timmy says some major satellite links are down too. Something weird's happening.
Huh.
Well, not Starlink.
Well, and I wonder if it's the comet that's coming through.
Is that now? Is that coming through now?
Yep. So for the next few days, and I had it listed somewhere here, and I'm not seeing it. There we go. So yeah. So for if you get up early in the morning on Monday, it's like an hour before sunrise, you can see it. It's Comet A3. It'll shine in the lower right of a 5% tilt waning crescent moon.
It's not the sweet meteor of death to
no.
It's not the sweet meteor.
Unfortunately, no. Yep, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday you can see it. So we have 3 things that are happening. Thursday, there's going to be a Ring of Fire solar eclipse. It's a annular solar eclipse. It will occur in the southern hemisphere, so we won't be able to see that. There's one more thing I thought.
Dang. Is Olive on a patio in here? Thanks, guys. Jeez. Cheers.
Will there be a hail? Will there be a hail bob group going to that asteroid?
Usually, yeah. Was there a big run on black Nikes?
That's racist.
That's racist. And speaking of space, the Crew of the Dragon, SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft caught up with the International Space Station, and they are docking now to get the two people that have been stuck up there after their 8-day mission turned into months and months.
Yeah, and just so I want everybody to do not look up docking in the Urban Dictionary.
Absolutely not. I was going to say.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I just don't. And what's the other one that we're always telling people not to look up?
Blue waffle.
Yeah, blue waffle. Do not Google blue waffle, and do not look up docking in the Urban Dictionary. Just
Not unless you're a bitch.
don't do it.
Don't look up pink stock either, by the way.
And Tasty Wife says Spotify works much better for areas that have poor connection. So it's something good to have if you've got poor connection. And she knows this because she drives all over in places with very poor connection.
Yeah, and Dirty Sanchez, yeah, Mr. Mom. Rusty Trombone, which I don't like being associated or by any part of my name associated with that.
Wait, that's not named after you.
Steamer.
I know, but it just sounds like it might have. I don't know. No. Terrible.
If you're bored, go look at the song Cleveland Steamer by the Mad Armenians and then go to Urban Dictionary and have fun.
Does the Cleveland Steamer clean up a Dirty Sanchez?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. Just
If
check.
you got to ask, it's probably going to be more than $20 downtown.
Yeah.
That price range.
You know, and it's something SpaceX is just putting all of these Boeing and NASA. I mean, just putting them to shame. You know, they're going and having to clean up their mess. It is. I think it's awesome.
And Boeing's just failing every step of the way because that was the initial one that went up, took them, up there where all of the helium jets on it were dying out.
I used to be in satellite launch operations, and SpaceX is just kicking everybody's ass. It's pretty absolutely amazing what he's been doing.
Yep. Even the people that want to hate him are like, well, you know, he is kind of doing things. So there's that. And Hezbollah picked a new leader after their last leader was iced.
And he's still alive?
So, well, they just picked him today. So we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah.
He wanted to thank everybody for the gifts, but refused to take anything electronic.
You gotta wonder at this point, is it like shortest straw type of deal? It's like, all right.
Figure a good smartphone or pager or you know, one of them 5-mile range walkie-talkies would be awesome out there. As scattered as they are, they need the communication.
Well, and the leader that they picked is like the former leader's second cousin, twice removed. It was like a Ferris Bueller guy. You know, you got to wonder. He gets picked, and he's like, "Wait, me? What? Why'd I get picked?" You know, they're getting down to the kid on the team that nobody wanted to pick.
They should have went ahead and picked their leader and had the second in charge in line ahead of time, just like they do for the presidential and VP candidates, because the VP is the next one in charge. You make that guy so dumb and so unpredictable that nobody wants him in charge, and that keeps the man at the top more stable right there. It's safer that way.
Right. You definitely don't put him in the same room.
Yeah, but being deemed the new leader isn't that about as safe as the news saying you're the world's oldest person? As soon as they send you that, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah, I can't imagine coming home being all excited. You know, telling your wife, "Hey, honey, guess what? I got a promotion."
Who let her in here? Who let her in here?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Kinsey. Life.
Look at what you did to him.
I told you were going to get me in trouble.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Hi, Tech Roo.
Right.
Hi, Rusty. Just way too many guys going on here, so I had to interject. Sorry.
Excuse you. What?
Awesome, Miss Jen joining us. Love you, dear. Thank you for showing up and bringing a little bit of class. Just
I
a
know,
little.
right? Some
Just a
guys,
little.
just a little bit, not too
Just
much.
a little bit.
We don't be talking people.
Mr. Mom says assistant terrorist. No, it's assistant to the terrorist.
Vice terrorist.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, so you guys were talking about the launch. I don't know if you guys saw it, and I might have missed you guys going a little further into it, but I actually watched it. Wow, that is just insane. And the fact that they can bring the launcher dude. See, this is all tech talk. So tech talk with Jen.
Yeah.
Back on with such precision, gave chills. I mean, it was just amazing. Oh my gosh, it was pretty cool to watch.
I thought that's why we had a Tech Roo, so that we could have tech talk.
That's true. Tech, take it away. Tech Roo.
I smell gimmick infringement.
Well, I've seen a few things explode, but usually out of China.
Korea. Most of the things out of Korea explode before they get too far from Korea.
Oh yeah. No, I've never been to Korea, but Japan, China, Hong Kong, French Guiana, Indonesia, Luxembourg, Russia, Kazakhstan.
Wow.
Only 4 of which were launch facilities: Cape Canaveral, French Guiana, Shichong, China, and Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan.
Good Lord.
You were a traveling kangaroo.
Absolutely.
You've
Been
hopped all
on
over.
hundreds of flights.
Did you guys see that big thing coming after me? Oh my God. It was huge. Ah,
What?
No.
Close the window and it won't get in your living room, woman.
oh my God, that scared me. It was going to eat my face. It opened his jaws. It was like, rawr, and I ran.
It was one of those, horror wasps.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
No.
You're impregnated. You're gonna burst out.
Wait a minute. Did you say impregnated?
Yes. Remember?
Oh,
They
yeah, the
inject
fly.
it?
The fly
Mhm.
gets it. Oh, yeah. And then it blows out of the body. Okay, no. That's just not cool, man.
Yeah, and then the fly is still alive for like another day or two, suffering.
That's terrible. It's
Yeah.
absolutely terrible.
I don't know. Do we have a live chat on X? We need to recognize. Looks like we got quite a few people over watching over there. Thanks, folks. I don't know if we have a live chat over there or not.
I don't think there's a live chat on X.
Okay.
It's just so weird saying that on X.
Hey, folks, you can come over here and make comments over on the YouTube page. Or,
It quickly retreats to its den.
Ah, sorry. Let's see here.
What is happening?
good thing you didn't have the porn page up. Jeez.
Again.
Oh, there we go. Look
Rusty, while you were doing the.
Uh-oh.
Brought to you by Spectrum.
Brought to you by Spectrum. Look who decided to make herself available. Hello, Wombat Mummy. Glad you could make it.
Oh, she's here.
You'll have to go back and watch the beginning of the show.
If wait a minute.
What happened to Kinsey?
Wombat Mommy, this is all SoCal's fault because she done that whole little, Mad Libs thing last Sunday and inserted my name into a story with a bunch of hoes and a bunch of Kamala Harris's and some sort of fiance and other party stuff. And as soon as she caught wind of that, this is what happened.
So
it's well deserved.
It's well deserved.
My
oh boy, dino porn.
I was gonna Rusty, we were gonna say when you were doing your carnival tryouts last week,
Yeah.
I think Kirk came up with a story. I think it was Kirk. It could have been Klopp. Actually, could have been any of them. Came up with a story that Pornhub had gone down, or the viewership. What happened? And we're like, it's because Rusty.
Wait a minute. Pornhub gone down?
Oh, that's true. That's
We forgot about that old thing.
What was it that happened with Pornhub again? And we knew it was your fault.
It went down.
Yeah, they blamed it on the debates. They blamed it on the Harris
Yes,
debate.
The viewership.
The masturbates were down because the debates were up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, there we go.
But we actually, truth, which is you were busy at the carnival trying out, and therefore we're not watching Pornhub, and we know that you're the lone. I mean, you are their biggest fan. You know, I just want to let you know you let Pornhub down, Russ. You let Pornhub down.
I might be. I'm a fan. I'm definitely not the biggest. You know. Remember, it may be short, but at least it's skinny. You know what I mean? And
ding,
I think
ding.
you do.
That deserves a bell.
I think
Ding,
you
ding,
do.
ding,
I
ding.
think you do.
So in music news, is anybody The Cure fan? Back from the 80s?
Back from the 80s.
I got some penicillin and got a cure, but that was
Got the Cure.
That was whenever I was primarily into G.I. Joes and Transformers. So
Yes, I knew of the Cure. Yes. Why? What's happening with them?
So they just released a new single, and they have a new album coming out November 1st.
Wow.
So after 16 years, they're coming out with their 14th album.
Wait a minute. It's only been 16 years since they put out an album. So they put out one in the 2000s.
Yep.
Huh.
Interesting.
I never really listened to, and I mean, I might recognize the music if I heard it, but it's not like, oh, that's the Cure. I really like them. I don't know. Just never.
You definitely recognize a couple of them that made the airwaves, like Friday, I'm in Love.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
You would know that song for sure.
Yeah.
Wasn't that one of those lipstick and eyeshadow bands?
Yes. Yep. So it was like Boy George, but darker,
Right.
more gothy.
Gothy Boy George. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Coffee Boy George.
Yep.
Good grief.
And Jessica and I have been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh my God.
Fantastic.
Love
Great.
it. Love it. We sit down, we'll watch a couple. We wind up watching like 9 of them, going to bed way later than we want to. And
Yes.
it's so funny. So there's a new comedy special, and it's weird because it's a comedy, or not special, but show coming out on ABC called High Potential. And it's saying that people that liked Brooklyn Nine-Nine will really like this too.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, did you ever watch Reno 911? Tech Roo's nodding.
Yeah.
Reno 911.
No. That was a. I remember watching a couple of. Wasn't that kind of like a weird, like comedy, kind of bizarre?
Yeah, cop
It
show.
was a very
in the Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I got blinded once or twice by seeing him on there and couldn't watch it anymore. So that was it.
And I guess I can get messages on X because Jeff
cool.
Castles just popped up. He didn't like the Cure's early stuff from the very early 80s, but loved their late 80s albums. Bring back Milli Vanilli.
Really, right? Oh my gosh. I got in so much trouble. That was hilarious. Whatever. It was good times.
That was such a huge thing that just blew up out of nowhere because they were so big. I mean, people just loved their music. They were always, streaming it. Remember on, so you had MTV, you had VH1, and then you had, what was the one that you could call into? was like a 900 number, and you could pay money, and then they would play. It was like Jukebox Network or something like that.
I never paid it, so I don't know.
I never heard of that one. I don't think.
Yeah, it
No.
was one of the ones on cable. And again, like it didn't cost you anything to watch it, but like you could call in and pay to, pay 99 cents or whatever it was, and then they'd put your song on. So they got big because MTV, George Michael's I Want Your Sex
Yeah.
video, like MTV was very reluctant with it and played like a very clipped down version of it. And the Jukebox Network wouldn't. It would play like the
entire thing.
Full uncut version of it.
Uncensored.
Yep, uncensored.
The biggest thing that I remember about MTV whenever they actually was still doing things that were related to music was they would have the MTV countdown. Does anybody remember what the longest running number one song was on that MTV countdown?
Thriller.
No.
Then it was was it the one the video got on the radio? What the first song they ever?
No.
Kathy says Foreigner.
I'm trying to remember the guy that was on. I think it was the show before that. Was that Steve Green or who the heck was that?
Kurt Loder?
Adam, somebody on
Kurt. No, Kurt Loder was just news, wasn't he? He was just the news guy.
It was like Steve Green, Tim Green, Tom Green, something like that.
Mr. Mom says Safety Dance.
No. It was not a song worth anything because he actually had a show on MTV, like a show or two before the countdown. And he put together this stupid music video about his bum, and his bum is on everything. And his bum was so what he done was he got all of his fans that was watching the show to call in during the countdown and vote for his show. And his show stayed on top for the longest consecutive, and it was so stupid.
Huh. Was that Tom Green?
Tom Green, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that story there, Kens.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the song. Y'all can go ahead and hear how stupid it is there. I'll see if I can find it and pull it up.
Well, you might just need to put a link because if you play it,
I just want to go back for a second. So I turned on Netflix this weekend and I turned on this show just random. It had Kristen Bell in it, and I like Kristen Bell, so I turned it on, and it is a great show. It's just one season. It's called Nobody Wants This, and it's actually well written. It's just a good show. I mean, I guess you could call it a romantic comedy, but I wouldn't. I would just call it a comedy. But it's pretty good. I liked it. I binged it. I was very sad when the 10th episode played, and I was like, dang it. But I'm glad you like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm just filling in some time while Kenzie finds whatever he's looking for.
I tried watching Brooklyn Nine. It's just not my type of humor. I mean, I don't know.
Well, and you got to get past the first season.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first season, they're setting up characters, and everybody's learning to work with each other and everything. It gets better. Again, it is kind of dorky humor. But but go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Nope, I was just going to go, seeing as we're talking about music and stuff like that. So my wife shared with me a link on TikTok. So the story behind the song "You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet" by BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. Does everybody know that song? You ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, so it was written by the founding member as a lead single for the third studio album in 1974, but it was never meant to be released. It was a song that he had made making fun of his brother. He's got the stutter. You ain't seen nothing yet. So that's what it was. It was basically to test the sound levels and all that to make sure that everything was set for recording the album. But they recorded it, and again, he saved it for his brother or whatever, and then the the music company was like, listen, you guys need a strong single to put out, a lead song for it. And so they played that one for him, and the guy's like, that's it. And he's like, but it's a joke song. And they're like, no, that's it. So he re-recorded the vocals, and it, like, the re-recorded vocals were like bad. I forget what he said. He sounded like a anyway, so they wound up going with the original recording, the original joke song, and put it on the album, and it like went to number one. Like, it was huge, but it was never meant to be on an album for the band. Nothing. It was just a joke song that he had written for his brother.
I found the joke song and I got it ready. If you all are ready to suffer through it.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
All right. Here it is. This right here was way back in the day.
You can barely hear it though.
I can't hear it at all.
I can't
It's
hear
not
it at
really
all.
got any sound going yet, so for some reason.
Yeah, there's no sound.
What the heck? You already see the quality
Can
of
you handle the technical difficulties here?
Oh.
Yeah, but still, you want to keep that. You want to keep that to like 15 seconds or less, and pause. Every 15 seconds. Otherwise, we got to chat about it.
If you ain't hearing it on there, then we're just going to have to feed the audio in the way that I know how to. Then, because you already saw how horrible the video was.
Just sing it for us, Kenzie.
Is that the same Tom Green as in the comedian Tom Green?
Yeah.
Yes.
Freddie got fingered. Yep.
I mean, if you want to call him a comedian.
Well, I don't call him anything, but I mean, that's what they titled him.
Very glad. Says H.
I'm just reading the comments in the thing. Whatever, Timmy. Good night, Timmy.
Good night, Timmy the pilot. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did. What's up, X people? Thanks for sticking around. Remember, you can jump over here on YouTube and give us a like and all that.
Oh my
stuff.
gosh. Where's it?
I'm pretending somebody got their shit together and we're listening to music.
I see that. I was just doing Tech. Are you hearing something that we're not hearing? I love how you say somebody got their shit together. That's awesome. Well, that didn't happen, Tech, but thank you for the dance. My goodness. So, married life. How's that going for you?
Well, I get up early, I go to work, I drive from work to the old house, I load up the truck, I move it, and I just go so far. Because I've got to sell my house still.
Nice.
So, we talked about Chris Christopherson dying, and I guess most people know that he was a singer, but he was also a very big songwriter.
Huge.
Let's see, Me and Bobby McGee, Janis Joplin, she's that one. Sunday Morning Coming Down, wrote that one. Help Me Make It Through the Night. For the Good Times. Loving Her Was Easier Than Anything I'll Ever Do Again.
And he has this special album out there that if you find it, you're not going to hear anything that's on there on the radio because all the material is too vulgar to be on the radio.
Oh, really?
Then or now?
Timothy
Any worse-
Ratliff,
any worse than
he wrote several
any
Johnny
worse than
Cash
Dave-
songs. Sorry.
Any worse than David Allan Coe's early stuff?
Oh no, that's right. Never mind. That's what I'm thinking of. My apologies. I'm getting things crossed. I'm still delusional there. I'm having to do things without proper painkiller meds here.
That's good. Wife did you right.
Well, he's got a bunch of. I've seen some of them, but I don't know most of these.
And you probably would if you heard them, like because lyrics or the names sometimes don't necessarily give it justice.
Yeah, he's got over 100 songs. What it says.
I thought he was one of the guys that made HR Puffin stuff.
No, that was Chris Croft, I think. Yeah, different. Somebody different. No, but he was an actor in my favorite movie of all time, which is Convoy, 1977. The Rubber Duck. Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh man,
You
guys.
haven't?
Yeah, Chris Christopherson.
Really?
Dang it, who was the cop? Famous. God dang it.
Ernest Borgnine?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's my most favorite trucking movie of all time. Back when
Breaker 19, this here's a Rubber Duck. You got a copy on me, Love Machine?
that's right. Put it on.
Pig pen.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, and they'll get us, man. They'll get us. Yeah.
That's classic right here.
I think
Seat cover starting the game. Now, Beaver, you were trucking with a rubber duck, and I'm about to pull a plug on your drink.
that's right. Yeah, that song. That's like probably one of the only movies in history that was inspired by a song because the song was first.
Are you sure? We need to look that up.
Yeah. Yep.
By the way, if you do want to watch Convoy in memory of Mr. Christopherson, it is on Pluto TV and it is on Tubi, Tubi TV. So it should be free if you want to encounter an ad. So.
I'd like to see if it's the whole movie because I tried finding it and it is all the reviews that I read on all of them is that it is highly edited. It is not as it appeared on HBO. That's where I seen it.
Oh,
actually.
come on. There's been a number of movies that were inspired by songs.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
Alice's Restaurant, which inspired, what was it? Alice's Restaurant Massacre, Arlo Guthrie. Across the Universe, which was inspired by a song by the Beatles. The Gambler.
Kenny Rogers.
Exactly. Yeah. Dinner for Schmucks was inspired by a song under the title of Full on the Hill by the Beatles. Factory Girl, which was the song by the Rolling Stones.
Was Yellow Submarine?
Yellow Submarine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the sad thing about CB radio, we went somewhere yesterday, Judy and I was running down the interstate and I flipped I got a CB in my pickup and nothing. Just nothing. And 10 years ago, when you got out on the interstate and you clicked the CB on, it was nothing but chatter the whole time.
And the thing is you're getting the backstory on some of these movies because all of these movies don't necessarily have the name of the movie matching the name of the song. If you remember the movie called The Hitcher, it was inspired by Riders on the Storm.
Riders on the Storm.
I love that song.
Me too.
The night the lights went out in Georgia.
That had Mark Hamill in it, didn't it?
Had Vicki Lawrence in it.
Oh, God, I like Vicki Lawrence. I do. That's
I had Mark Hamill in it too. Had the young Mark Hamill.
Yep.
Well, it'd be weird if it had the old one because wouldn't it be a little bit?
The movie takes inspiration from the 1972 Vicki Lawrence song of the same name. Yep, the lights went out in Georgia.
Roger Rabbit was saying that, damn, I wonder if my dad knows that CB traffic these days. He drove for 45 years and CB was a huge part of my childhood. It absolutely was. And I'm going to give you a little story. The leprechaun from Ain't You a Peach on Mojo, brother, and he actually raised me as a little kid. He taught me to use the CB. He didn't raise me. That came out wrong. He also taught me how to respect truckers. So I was raised always respecting the rights of truckers and stuff. So kind of funny that most of my friends are truckers now, but the CB was so much fun. And he tried to get me the name Stinkin' Bodges as a CB handle, but that was taken. So we had to come up with something lame. But we actually pulled over at one point when we were traveling and met a whole bunch of people because of the CB. That was so cool as a kid. And then of course, as a teenager and then a young adult, it was still going. I don't know what's happening now. I guess not so much because of Zoom and such. Is that why it's going away?
Yeah, the cell phone. There'll be several people. Truckers will get in on conference calls and stuff with each other and just talk all day.
And I'll tell you, I'll remember specifically JB apparently was never allowed, because I would always try and talk to them, and my brother says no, they either didn't have CBs or they're not allowed to speak on them or something, like for personal use. I just thought they were snobs. Every time I got by a JB Hunt, I'll never forget it. Sorry, JB Hunt, but you were rude back in the 1990s, early 1990s. Okay.
Paige said that they had a home base growing up and they all had handles.
Well,
for a trucking company.
Them JB Hunt drivers are all disgruntled anyway, because all they are is a jobless bull hauler under a new trailer. So I mean, that they're already cranky.
And Tasty Wife, they had a CB, and she says she remembers truckers taking good care of her mom, and them, the little ones, back when she was little. They needed directions and.
Yeah, so cool. It was so cool to talk to me, tell you when Big 5-0 was on. I mean, it was so much fun. And then we tried another handle, Munchkin. That didn't work. So I think I ended up with something lame like Strawberry Shortcake or something stupid because my other names were taken.
Recognize Miss J. May, Michael Ray, Roger Rabbit. I don't think I recognized him earlier. He's been in here listening the whole time, and I didn't go back far enough up in the chat there to see him. Thank you, Mr. Roger Rabbit.
And Wombat Mommy listed a number of Beatles songs that were movies also.
Well, I looked at a few off in that 10 list. So,
and Klopp says he was allegedly conceived in an 18-wheeler.
You know what? I believe that. I freaking believe it. I believe it. There you go.
Yeah, there's a lot of CB songs back in the day, or truck driving radio songs like that. Giddy Up, Go. Teddy Bear was a good one, yeah.
Dave Dudley.
About on the list.
Oh, Roger was talking about the last 15 years he worked out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, hauling Corvettes. My best friend's husband ordered a Corvette to be specially made in Kentucky. I think he picked it up, though. I don't think it was hauled to him. Cool,
okay,
cool.
Now, how many of us? Okay, so how many of us who have somewhat had some kind of affiliation with trucking have listened to a Gene Tracy cassette, CD, something or other?
Gene Tracy.
Come on, are you kidding me?
I might.
Come on.
Of who? What?
Gene Tracy, the truck driver comedian. Very, very blue. I mean, this was stuff we probably can't even play on here without getting booted. But yeah, definitely check it out on YouTube or something like that. Very, very blue, very vulgar truck driver humor.
Oh, okay.
I love that they're vulgar.
Get yourself some culture, you uncultured swine. Jesus.
I may know it, but it's been a minute, you know. It's been since
Yeah.
1994 since I've been on a CB. 1994. Ooh, that's a long time.
Is that the guy that sings about like the snuggling but not gay?
Trucker that went up to the whorehouse and he said, told the madam, he said, honey, said, I want a piece of ass. Said, but I want something a little different. Said, I don't want just the regular run-of-the-mill piece of ass. She said, well, I got this one girl gives a hell of a blowjob. Oh, no, he said, that's too common. Said, I want something different. Said, well, I got this broad loves to take it up the ass. Oh, no, he said, that's
You're gonna get us a strike.
Is that the kind of stuff you're talking about there, Klopp?
Yep.
That does sound familiar.
I know exactly how that joke ends, too. Oh.
All right,
Well,
seeing as J-May's in here, why don't we give
Hurricane Gussie. He said, I'm a son of a bitch. Now, that Hurricane Gussie said, that got by me. He said, I ain't never had one of them. She said, well, you go up.
So tell us, Klopp, what's a hurricane? How does it go? How does it end?
Hurricane Gussie. All right. Big old. Okay, so I'm going to try to do it as close to the joke as Gene Trace as I can, but big old Amazon of a broad come walking in the room, start going. Truck driver says, well, damn, this is gonna take something to get used to. So then this broad jumps up on the bed and starts hitting me in the head with her titties, just smacking hell out of me. And like, you crazy son of a bitch, what are you doing? He says, I'm Hurricane Gussie, and those are the coconuts falling off the coconut trees, hitting you on the head.
Oh, God.
And then okay, this next part gets a little worse. You sure you want me to continue?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be a little
As long
bit
as you don't put my name anywhere in it, you can say it, Klopp.
This will no longer
Okay.
be PG-13, people. We're going into rated R.
Yeah. So then she gets up, straddles and starts pissing all over the guy. Truck driver's like, God damn it, get off me. Pushes her over, gets off the bed, starts pulling his pants on. Truck, and girl says, what's the matter, honey? You ain't leaving, are you? And the truck driver says, damn right I am. Who could fuck in this kind of weather?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Uh,
Good one.
That hurts to
Weather.
laugh.
I like it, Klopp. Very, very well done. Very well done.
Yay.
NC-17 rating.
And I got more of that where that came from.
And again,
That's awesome.
thank you to them folks over on X. You know, you could be, I don't know, could be nice. Jump over here on YouTube where we can, you can comment. Whatever.
And
Whatever.
it's almost 9:05. I think we're a little lacking in Warhorse.
Oh, in the Warhorse department.
Uh-oh. Okay, everybody be
maybe
quiet.
we should go ahead and have the Warhorse video then, shouldn't we?
Yes, we should. We should recognize them.
At Warhorse Legacy, we offer an equine-assisted method of healing, a unique form of therapy where participants engage with horses to improve emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Through the unspoken bond of these majestic animals, participants find trust, confidence, and a sense of purpose. Veterans and their families can benefit from our tailored programs that address issues like PTSD, anxiety, depression, and the challenges of reintegration. Our programs also include educational workshops, skills training, and recreational activities, all aimed at fostering resilience and building strong, supportive communities. At Warhorse Legacy Foundation, we understand the sacrifices our heroes have made, and we are dedicated to providing a safe, nurturing environment while healing can begin. Our family programs ensure that everyone, from young children to spouses, finds support and connection. Activities like group outings and community events help strengthen family bonds and create lasting memories. Visit us at warhorselegacy.org to learn more about our programs, hear testimonials, and find out how you can support our mission to honor and empower our veterans. War Horse Legacy Foundation. Healing through horses, healing together.
Good old Warhorse. Yeah, if you could, take a minute and give a couple of bucks, $2. $2 would help. Every little bit helps. Just go without coffee for a day. I know it's asking a lot, but $2. And if you do, tell them Off Track sent you.
Starbucks won't go out of business just because you missed one day.
Good folks working, doing the work. There, and also what doesn't say, we gotta update our little video there. They're a 140 acre ranch out of Winslow, Arkansas, and that's where they do all their stuff up there. A lot of fishing and trails. They got a lot. I forget how many miles. I think if Miss J May, who is
like
a part of
43 acres or something, right?
It's a 140 acre ranch, but there's like miles of trails, nature trails and fishing opportunities, and just they're
No,
good
Erica, I'm not going to flash for Warhorse. And nobody would pay for that, okay, honey? Nobody. Just saying. Maybe Rusty.
no.
Boobs are boobs to Rusty.
Tech Roo's going to.
He's going to show his pouch.
Kangaroos don't like to wear pants. I told you kangaroos don't like to wear pants, right?
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody on Off Track does.
We're back.
Yeah, we've been here for a minute. Thanks for joining us, Kenzie. Welcome to Off Track. Oh, look, you're healed. God bless. You're healed.
God bless you.
You're healed.
The man's been healed. Praise Jeebus.
Oh my God.
So has anybody seen the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie?
No,
Yeah.
I keep meaning to watch it. I've heard so many good things about how funny and stuff it is, and damn it, I haven't seen any Deadpool.
Yeah, you got to start with 1. You got to go to 2, and the third one actually streams Tuesday. Start streaming on Tuesday.
Okay, wait a minute. Is 2 out for streaming right now, though? Because I've
1
seen
and 2
it
should
out
be.
on video.
Yeah, 1 and 2 should be out
okay.
for streaming.
Because I do want to see that. There's been a lot of hype around it. And I was like Rusty, I'd never seen it. My kids made me watch it, and they're like, Mom, you're gonna love this. And I'm like, I'm not really into Marvel movies, and they're like, sit down and watch this, you'll love it. And it was great, Rusty. It was fantastic. You're gonna love it.
My whole favorite thing in the second movie is Colossus near the end of the movie. I'm fighting dirty.
Don't give it away.
Spoiler alert, man. Spoiler
Right?
alert.
Jeez.
I'm going to have Tease beat you up again. Tease, come back. Good Lord.
So it says you can currently stream the first 2 Deadpool movies on Disney Plus.
Oh crap! We got Deadpool is joining us right now. What the?
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
He's bulked up.
Hi,
He looks
Deadpool.
a lot thinner
dimension is
on
that one
the
from?
big screen. I'm just saying.
Skinned weight.
Oh, it's like I got it.
Nope. There you go.
And it's funny because Ryan Reynolds pushed and pushed and pushed to make Deadpool the way it was supposed to be in the graphic novels. Like that was the first rated R Marvel movie that they made.
Ah.
And he pushed and pushed and pushed. He's like, no, you gotta do it like the graphic novel, or people are gonna hate it. And it went straight to #1. I mean, immediately.
I see what you did there, Cloppool. All right, Cloppool. Cloppool, is it Cloppool or Cloppool?
Kapool.
It's a Cloppool game.
I love it.
Don't get in the pool with clops in it.
Oh my goodness.
Hey there,
Yeah.
Mr. Jiggs.
Mr. Jiggs.
What's
The
up,
Packer
buddy?
House?
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Jiggs. No, I'm just rusty now. No more Bourbon Syndicate, buddy.
Cheers, Mr. Jiggs. I'm writing it in the chat right now.
Oh, and the Deadpool movies, they also did a Christmas Deadpool.
What?
Once-
I'm gonna have to go look for that one.
I have to find it. So it's called Once Upon a Deadpool. So it was the first movie that they trimmed it down to make it PG-13.
Oh.
And you have to watch it because even though you've seen the first, and I'm not going to give anything away, but it is very, very funny what they did with it.
Okay. So it's like a prequel?
Nope. It's the original movie, but like a lot of the sex stuff cut out of it to bring the rating down to PG-13. But it's kind of a retelling of it, but it's very, very funny. Like almost immediately, you'll know exactly what they're doing. And it is.
They were able to find have that as much footage as they could. I mean, it's not like the edited version of Blazing Saddles for the modern audience. You know, they wore a blazing saddle, and then boom, that's in.
Right.
Yeah. The intro and the ending credits is Blazing Saddles, made for a complete viewing audience.
Yep. It got Where All the, and then it ended with the end, and then had the end credits.
You know, Deadpool wasn't the only Marvel-based movie that done a Christmas movie in there too. Guardians of the Galaxy had one too.
Yep.
Welcome to the Pecker House, which is a string of words that I would never thought I would say at the same time. But welcome, the Pecker House.
It was great to hear you say it. That's what made me giggle. You're like, welcome to Pecker House. Oh my God, that was great. Rusty, by the way, you're Professor Rusty Lugnuts. You're not just Rusty. A. B, I want to tell you something. Yeah. I was watching the, I think it was the truck race on Friday because Bob watches NASCAR. Anyway, he walked away and I was sitting here in this one. I thought it was a joke because I wasn't looking at it, but I was listening. He's all something about lug nuts. He must have said the word lug nuts 20 times in a paragraph of speaking. And I kept going, Rusty, right before it. Lug nuts and Rusty, lug nuts, Rusty. But anyway, I said to Bob, I don't know if it was a drinking game, if somebody challenged him to do that, but I'm not shitting you when I say he said lug nuts 20 times. It was weird. It was really weird. I'm like, this must be like some kind of crazy game or somebody dared him or.
Is he related to Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
Possibly. Clopple is in the house.
And going back to Marvel real quick, Marvel and DC have lost their superhero trademarks. So they own.
Wombats always rely on their butts. When a predator goes after a wombat.
What the?
Yeah. That doesn't sound like what happened.
Wow. So Marvel and DC lose their superhero trademarks. So they were the only ones that could say superheroes, print, whatever.
Right.
For years and years and years. But there was a challenge from a children's comic book series, and they took them to court for it or whatever. And Marvel and DC didn't respond to the challenge in time. So they have now lost the register, the trademark for superhero. So now other people can use superhero and not get sued by Marvel or DC. Now they still own it on superheroes, and they still own it on supervillain. But now, because of that challenge from a children's comic book series, other people can use superhero.
Just don't use it in the plural.
Right, just not plural. You can only have one.
Well, how do you feel about this? It's got nothing to
Oh, sorry. You're addressing
I was
me.
talking to you. I said, how do you feel about this Cloppool? Cloppool.
Doppelganger.
Clapool, like Fangul. Clapool.
Oh, Cloppool.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, it did.
I
My
really
dad
don't-
is you.
I'm not a superhero.
Well, you said
Yeah,
it.
he's like an anti-hero, right?
Oh,
Isn't
yes,
Deadpool like
yeah.
an anti-hero?
Yes, very much so.
Work with the mouth.
Oh, I'm just reading the chat. Sorry, rude.
And
I
yes,
know.
Fred Savage is in it. Don't say more than that. Shh. Shh. Yes, Wombat Mommy was hilarious. Like, and it had been out like I think a couple years before I had ever seen it. And it's the original movie with a twist. A very funny twist. Kenzie's a tech wizard.
Right.
There is a murder happening here. Dun dun. It's a murder of crows.
Bob, do you need help, buddy?
That too, but I might get shit on. I might get shot upon. We will know when you see a big white splat on my head. See, I'm not even touching my computer. My computer just decided to do something. What is happening? Rude, computer. Rude.
Yeah, my background kept disappearing today, but it seems to have made it so
That's
far.
gotta feel good, right? Clop, you can breathe now. But Tech Roo, how he does it, I have no idea.
I'm dying.
Listen, Tech, you should have seen Kirk when he was doing his mask a couple weeks ago. He didn't last very long. You're definitely outlasting him.
When he
I was
was
just thinking that I need some sort of like stand. I can put the jacket on and the head, and I can just like disappear over here and then just slowly work my way back and then just not move for the rest of the show.
You need it on a bobblehead so you can nod.
Yeah. What'd you do last time? I think you just kept your head and you went over and breathed for a while. I think you just kept your head.
I put the head on my hand and I was kind of like popping up every once in a while, looking around.
Yeah. Maybe just leave your paw and you. Are they paws on a kangaroo's? Are they paws?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe just leave your paw, do a little sign language while you're over there on the side breathing.
What if I
Oh my God, you do have a bobblehead.
Yeah, I do, but it's Mike Lindell.
So it's a my bobblehead?
Yes.
It's funny. I didn't know kangaroos had claws. Every time I've seen them, they've been
like
this in the videos.
Oh no, they'll F you up. Do you know that I always wanted a kangaroo, and then my parents, somebody gave me awful news years later that they can just rip you apart with one swipe, and I'm like, what? They're just so cute and they're hoppy, and they're like, no, they will kill you, and they don't
wrap
care.
the forearms around your neck and then take the hind leg and rip your guts out. You know.
Oh, lovely. So then I didn't want a kangaroo anymore.
You don't want a wombat either. They'll crush you with their butt.
Oh my God. Oh, Kenzie, please do that.
Please do that. Let's see.
This
if I
is
can
for
do
Wombat
that.
Mommy.
Yep. This is for Wombat Mommy.
Wombat Mommy, we got something for you. Or Kenzie does.
Good night, everybody.
Rely on their butts. When a predator goes after a wombat, it quickly retreats to its den and blocks the entrance with its butt. Most of its rear is covered by a thick cartilage plate that's super tough against scratches and bites. If a predator...
Does Wombat Mommy got a big butt?
But you cannot lie.
Oh yeah.
She's got to have a big butt if she's a wombat, right?
Yeah.
tries to enter, the wombat crushes its head against the ceiling of its burrow with a force of up to 2,000 newtons. That's like the weight of 3 full-grown adults, damn it. To sum
You got to be careful.
up, the wombat defeats its attackers by crushing them with its twerking butt.
There you go.
Wombats always
Yep.
So Wombat Mommy has a dangerous twerking butt. I got you.
So it doesn't mean it's big, Wombat Mommy. It means it's dangerous, as
dangerous.
the professor just said. It's very dangerous. You got some serious cartilage going on up there. You twerk, you're killing people. Just saying. That's awesome. That's awesome. Not for Wombat Daddy. Is it Wombat Daddy? Not for Mr. Wombat Mommy. You know what I'm saying.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it might be amazing though. Hey, Wombat Daddy, check this out. Little twerk. What? And he goes flying across the room and he's ping ponging. Oh my God, I have a whole scene going on inside my head. I got a scene.
She's gonna need a cigarette.
Yes.
And Jen,
And
Jessica says you're unintentionally being X-rated with everything you say tonight.
Really? Who? Me?
Yes. Now, on your behalf, I will also say my wife does think in X-rated a lot of times too.
Okay,
So
there we go. See, I my halo is in the way of my bun here. I mean, come on now.
is it a twerking bun?
No, not like Wombat Mommies. Walk. That's amazing. I need some video of that. Poor Erica's going, what the F is going on?
There you go.
You gotta ask, you don't want to know.
Right? Oh my God. Oh, Wombat Mommy says now she knows what she's gonna do tonight. Hey, waka. Yeah.
All right, let me come at y'all. Shut up, Kinsey. With some weird rusty facts. You know, you can't ask me nothing about them. This is just what I found. If you start counting from 0, your lips won't touch. Dang it, where'd it go? Until you reach 1 million.
Tech Roo is a very confused face. Like, really?
Yeah. Just
0,
just start counting.
1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, wait. 14, 15. Okay, maybe not. 20.
20? No.
Ventriloquism too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
If we try this out and they don't touch until we get to 1 million, then the show's going to be over before we get there.
Well, I don't mean do it now, but that's just a fact. Putting sugar. It seems like I've heard this. Putting sugar on a cut will make it heal faster. Why? I don't know.
That's amazeballs. Is it real sugar, like real pure cane, or
that is what you learn off of the movie Shooter? Do you remember that?
Another spoiler alert, Kenzie.
Yeah, whatever. Kenzie giving spoiler alerts. And it takes 7 to 21 days to make a jelly bean.
That's why they're so special. They're so special, though. That's why you got to let the gelatin go. Then you got to put the candy coat over it. I mean, hello, Jelly Bellies rock. Okay,
I wonder if there's like a clotting factor with the sugar. I'm guessing there's like a clotting factor as well.
Wombat Mommy and Roger Rabbit both are right on hitting the nail on the head with this comment here. Honey will actually help things heal for sure. Yes. They have these antibiotic properties about it, and as a matter of fact, honey and honeycomb are used a lot over on Jekyll Island. They got a place over there on Jekyll Island that takes in.
There?
Huh? What? No, Hyde's not there. But there
Hyde's
are
not there.
a lot of turtles there. Different kind of
maybe one of
turtles.
them's named Hyde.
Yeah, different kind of turtles. Most of them are sea turtles and stuff. But the ones that have been injured by boat propellers and things like that, they use honey and honeycomb to heal up their cuts on them turtles because they can put that on there and get it to stay on.
Oh my God, Wombat! Mommy brought up a great point. Pour some
Oh,
sugar on me. You know the Def Leppard
yeah.
song. Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Jessica says, "Hey, sugar, I got a cut for you."
Yeah.
Whoa.
Things are gonna get nasty in the Kirk household tonight. I'm just saying. We got some ideas. Honey, sugar. Let's go. Wombats.
So Rusty, going back to your jelly bean thing, do you know what they coat jelly beans with? Do you know why they're so slick? And they don't stick to your hands and all that.
I was wondering if it was like
Polyurethane? I don't know.
Yeah, some sort of, I don't know.
It's called a confectioner's glaze, and it's often called shellac, and it's the byproduct of female lac insects.
Yes.
Yep, they feed on tree sap and secrete a resin as a result, and it takes around 150,000 bugs to secrete enough resin to produce just 1 pound of shellac.
Yeah, just a little bit of schmigma for the shellac.
So it's
There you go.
That right there is more mentally disturbing than whenever I found out where gelatin actually came from.
That should not bother you any more than eating bee puke at all.
A what?
Bee puke. Bee puke.
Which is honey?
Which is honey. That is bee puke. Partially digested and then regurgitated. Yeah, that's what it
I
is.
swear to God, next time you all see me, I'm going to be like 0 pounds because I'm not going to eat anything ever again. Ever. Because I also always, my girlfriend always says, why do you leave all the red M&Ms? Because I love peanut M&Ms. She's like, why do you always leave the red ones? And I'm like, because those are cockroaches that make the red or something gross. So I'm not eating them. And she'll just sit there and mouth them. And I'm like, cool for you. Just ate like 10 cockroaches. But anyway, point being, I'm going to be so
I know that all of the jelly beans are covered in something excreted by a bug.
And stuff. So.
Wombat Mommy says royal jelly. And Tech, your eyes have gone dead. Wombat Mommy said.
Tech, there's somebody behind you to your right.
Pay no attention to the man behind the screen.
Be careful where he puts his hand.
I don't know if this has anything to do with each other. This is just kind of weird. You know, today, September 29th, it is National Silent Movie Day. It is also World Deaf Day.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So, so pretty much isn't every day National Silent Movie Day to them?
Huh?
So,
oh, damn, Rusty. Whatever, dude. Boo. Boo. But it's also National Coffee Day. And I told my daughter, go out and see if there's any kind of like coffee.
I'm getting a lot of buffering. You hear that?
Oh, am I buffering?
Tech appears to be.
Tech,
I think my stream is slowly dying.
Yeah, Tech's TV. Yeah, Tech's video was frozen there for a few seconds.
He's making excuses.
It is National Deaf Day. In fact, one of my coworkers at work set on the calendar for September. I got to go to. Oh wait! I got a story about that real quick. I got to go on National Deaf Day. I believe it was. I got to go to Disneyland with all. I was a sign language student, and I got to. It was Deaf Night over at Disney. It was the best night ever. It was so quiet. It was fucking amazing. Excuse my language. It was so quiet, and they closed down the park for all the deaf people. I'm like, this is great. Nobody yapping, just hanging out, doing sign language.
What you need to do is you need to go through and find the skit that Jeff Dunham done with Peanut, where they were talking about this skit that they were doing. They were performing on stage, and there was a group of deaf people that was in there enjoying the show. And of course, they had the sign interpreter letting all the deaf people know, you need to watch that. Go find it.
Are you
And
talking?
Peanut was just like,
No,
And the
you're
interpreter
giving
was-
it away, Klopp. You're giving it away. They need to find it and enjoy it, man.
No, the best one I saw on Instagram was when there was a comedian talking about he was being really naughty, and there was an interpreter there, and he was like, he started looking at the interpreter. He goes, "I can't believe you just did that. That's amazing." The way she was, oh my god, that was so good. I'll have to share that too. I'll have to put a link up on the Off Track Syndicate website because that was so good. You guys have probably seen it. Oh, I love that Wombat, Mommy. I took ASL. I'm one class away from an interpreter's degree. Love it. I just threw myself in there.
That's
Why
awesome.
not?
That is awesome.
Yeah. No, I really did. It was amazing. At first class, I went to the deaf community, and I had a huge deaf community in my college, and they dragged me to Taco Bell and made me do everything in sign language, and they just laughed at me. They taught me all the dirty words first because that's how it rolls. Every time you learn a language, it's the first thing they do is teach you all the dirty words. It's amazing. Love it. Anyway, sorry, Rusty, go ahead.
If the kids get caught using sign language, dirty words, do they get their hands washed out with soap?
Yes, they do. Naughty. I love that clock. That was actually
There's a sound in here somewhere.
There you go. There is some sort of conspiracy going on in the national days, world days, because not only is it National Coffee Day, it is also National Starbucks Day, and National Biscotti Day. I mean, come on.
Unless you're putting a bunch of frou-frou stuff in there so you can make it like a cappuccino or stuff, there ain't no use to go to Starbucks because you can get crappy coffee for a lot less from a lot of other people.
Jeff Castle is his baby sister is an ASL interpreter. That's pretty cool.
Klopp's got something good. How it's really made video. Come on, Klopp.
I was gonna say we were talking about talking a couple minutes ago about how jelly beans are made. Let's see. Hopefully, we can get this to work. Let's see.
You do that one thing and then the other thing, and then push that, and then right over there is the other.
You gotta make sure you do the thing with your pinky. Always.
Always the pinky. Always.
Yeah. Okay, we got to. There we go.
The jelly bean is a colorful treat, but unfortunately, no one is exactly sure when the jelly bean was invented and how. It's believed that the jelly center dates back to biblical times as a candy called a freakish delight. Many
All right, pause it.
The outer shell was added, thus making jelly beans we know today.
Hold on a second.
Okay. Yes. So.
Look at that
how
sexy
it's actually
face.
made. Jelly beans. Yeah. So nobody knows exactly when jelly beans were made. That's you'd think somebody'd have the patent on
jelly beans come in a large variety.
He pauses again. I've got a story. Go.
Go ahead.
Go. Yeah.
No,
go
no,
for
no,
like 15 or 20 seconds and then pause again.
Of colors, even though they only come in one flavor.
Ooh, ding ding.
To make jelly beans, liquid is heated in a large kettle to 347 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so quick story. I love Jelly Bellies in particular. I guess that Ronald Reagan did too. Didn't know that. Don't care. Anyway, point being, I love Jelly Bellies, and there was a place in the mall that was called, like, it was a gourmet coffee place, but they had Jelly Bellies where you could pull them at whatever. I'm trying to hurry the story up at major amounts. Anyway, point being, I said I love Jelly Bellies, and I asked my dad one time. We were arguing, and I'm like, I never get a gift from you. I know my mom's always buying the gifts and putting your name, but I would really like a gift from you. So one Christmas, he gave me, oh, here's my sprinklers. He gave me a mason jar full of Jelly Bellies from that gourmet place. It was a gift in my life. Okay, move on.
Okay.
Have you ever tried the Bean Boozled stuff?
No. Yes.
How about the jumping jelly beans?
Yes. Got them in Mexico.
Night.
Go clock. We got this.
Solids are then mixed into the liquid as an agitator blends it all together.
I got an agitator for you.
It's better when it's solid.
Meanwhile, at a local cocaine production plant, things are
Whoa!
going great. This
amazing.
massive amount of Colombian nose candy is worth up to $400,000.
Yeah.
Did the video switch? Did the video switch?
All right. I knew there was a reason I like jelly beans so much.
Right?
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, it did.
Oh my God.
Normally, the cocaine would be scraped off the machinery, but this cartel is so ludicrously wealthy and powerful that they have completely stopped giving a shit.
Oh my God, this video is amazing. I love this video so much.
Oh,
Where's
this is
the jelly beans from again?
Clop. Just kind of jump ahead like 5 or 10 seconds.
I don't know. The audio is really excellent.
Yeah, like it. Not. Yeah, there you go.
You're squirting the jizz. That's the jizz.
The jelly bean centers are then moved to a drying room to cool and harden for 24 hours.
Ding ding.
Notice how some
I've
of
been
the
there.
cocaine spills into the batch, adding to the jelly bean's addictive quality.
Oh my God.
Okay, so that's basically all it is right there. So
Yeah. Well, I
That is
knew
amazing. I'm literally going to look up that video later. I've got to. It's a must.
that is.
here, I'll send you the link. You guys talk about yourselves there.
So if I have to end up taking a pee test and pop positive for jelly beans, there goes my CDL.
So there's the question of the night. What's your favorite flavor of jelly bean? I don't know. I've never had popcorn. Paige says
Okay.
I've never had popcorn.
Okay, I'm writing to her right now. Paige loves popcorn, and I'm asking her, eat 2 popcorns with 3 blueberries, and it'll make a blueberry muffin. You'll be amazed. You'll be mind blown. I'm writing that right now.
Yeah, there was a recipe book once.
Yeah. I mean, I just know, well, yes, there was a recipe book, and then just from the years and years of eating them, I've just kind of combined my own shiz.
Roger Rabbit completely disagrees with the popcorn jelly bean. So now I don't know.
So the one question that you asked was the one with the nasty ones, like the boogers and the throw up, and no.
You thank Harry Potter for some of that stuff because they came up with this theme in the movie. BurtleBot's every flavored bean, and when they said every flavor, they meant every flavor.
Yeah, is it Jelly Belly that makes the nasty flavor ones, or is it like an off brand that makes them?
Well, BurtleBot's has a few of them, and one of the flavors in that, if you ever find one, it's overpriced because it's Harry Potter crap. I mean memorabilia, but one of them in there is flavor is earwax, I believe.
No, that's disgusting.
Yeah, because they make them. Some of them are nasty.
Yeah.
Jessica said the toasted marshmallow Jelly Belly.
You thought popcorn was bad.
Popcorn isn't bad, actually. They've done it quite well.
Well, tell that to Roger Rabbit.
It's amazing how they've done it. And you take a little of the there's a couple other ones like the green apple caramel. You can get a caramel apple. La, 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 la. So good. Not easy up though.
So what are we looking at here?
I'll BRB, guys. I gotta go to the restroom.
Basically, I was trying to find the flavors of the Bean Boozled, and trying to find which one it is here. Where the hell did it go? Apparently, it was supposed to be like a blueberry or toothpaste, peach or barf, juicy pear or booger, butter popcorn or rotten egg.
So this is about like the Russian roulette of the bag of jelly.
Yep.
However, if you can find it and you have the taste for it, if you have the palate for it, they also have the spicy Jelly Bellies, which have like jalapeno, habanero, stuff like that. I actually had that the first time that I did the one chip challenge. So I basically knocked both those out the same day.
You know, these jelly beans could be awesome for a drinking game.
Right? A punishment that could be like the punishment deal. So talking about the one chip challenge, what was that? Is that the Carolina Reaper?
1 second.
Okay.
I clap.
Because the Carolina
he's
Reaper,
gonna go get one.
yeah, the Carolina Reaper was the hottest, but it's been knocked off the top spot by the same guy that created the Carolina Reaper. I just seen that today. I know it's probably old news. So which
Let's see. Yeah, actually, I got the last 4 years. I didn't start until about 2020. I guess I had it in 2016 here. But this one had Carolina Reaper, Sichuan Heat. That's what the 2020
Under the beard, maybe it won't be getting covered up by the background.
Yeah, if you hold it directly in front of your beard, we'll be able to see it. There you go. Yep. Aha.
Yeah. So that was 2020. 2021 was Carolina Reaper and Scorpion Pepper. Let's see, 2022 Reaper Pepper, Scorpion Pepper plus Major Tongue Blue. And Carolina Reaper and Naga Viper Pepper. Now, unfortunately, this one was the last one. Unfortunately, they are no longer doing the one chip challenge after a kid tried it. Kid tried it, and he died.
What?
Yeah.
So
was it what was it the chip that done it, or was it whatever he was trying to do to keep it from burning that done it?
No, he let's see, what was it? Yeah, I should have had that up here, but
anyway, yeah. I'll just throw this out there while you're looking at that. So I learned today, and I think it was last year, but the Carolina Reaper was knocked off the hottest pepper in the world by the same guy. What is it? Puckered Butt that made the Carolina Reaper. And hey, what's up, Ben? Yes, sir, I am. So the Carolina Reaper was 1.6 million Scoville units, which made it the hottest pepper in the world, and it had since been knocked off by the same guy that doubled that, a little more than doubled that, and it is 2.7 million Scoville units, and that is Pepper X.
That's crazy.
I just heard about it today, but I think it happened last year.
I just want you to know, Whiskey Uncensored, Rusty was on the tryouts for the carnival. He was not able to do the women's weight. He also didn't make the bearded lady, so keep trying. You know what I'm saying? So he's here this week, but still going.
He was trying to guess their weight by grabbing their breasts.
Yeah.
And
Whiskey Wisdom came in earlier and wanted to know how he did, but Rusty didn't really care because he was just enjoying the breasts. So that was that.
Yes, I got your number, Ben. I'll call you. I'll call you, buddy, and we'll talk. But yeah, I won't be able to talk tonight. As soon as we drop out of here, I got somewhere I have to be.
Don't we all? I mean,
yeah,
we got to be at the clown ceremony. I mean, we got fucking shit to do. I got to go eat Jelly Bellies now with Paige in mind. And it's been rough. It's been a rough night. Just saying. Clop.
Yeah,
Roger Rabbit.
Yep.
think the people creating these
what
peppers
Ron
must-
said, I think these people creating these peppers must hate their own assholes. Yeah, probably not nearly as bad as people who eat this stuff too. So,
Um,
and
Yeah, just because you make it don't mean you have to eat it.
I don't. I hear people saying about that about eating hot peppers and that I don't have that problem, thank God. I mean, it just I can eat it, as hot as I can stand, which like habanero is about my limit, and it really burns me up. But it doesn't bother me. I don't have that burning on the other end, thank God.
Ooh, I do.
Yeah.
Or I
So
wouldn't. I guess I wouldn't eat them. So
Yeah, I
maybe
don't do.
if you bumped it up a little bit hotter, you might discover that it might happen.
yeah, maybe. But habanero's pretty damn hot.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
hot.
do super hot stuff, but I've never had an issue with the burning rectum.
Yeah.
I wrecked him and damn near killed him. My ass hurts for the stupidest shit. So, well, there you go.
Anyway, I'm about peppered out.
Right. Good night, Timothy Ratliff.
Yeah, good night,
thank you,
Timothy.
buddy. One of
Good
our
night,
Patreon
Timothy.
members. Thank you, brother.
To move on to another subject other than hot peppers, the woman who married herself last year calls it quits, and the marriage is reportedly over. Solon Carey, an influencer, model, and Mariah Carey impersonator, made headlines when she tried to tie the knot with herself in London. This sacred bond lasted almost a year.
Oh,
Even she thought the bitch was crazy.
yeah.
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 She admitted that she couldn't be perfect for herself in the relationship, even though she was committed to herself. Apparently, that still had its challenges. Apparently, the name for being married and having a sole relationship to yourself is sologamy, as opposed to monotony or monogamy or one of the same or whatever.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah, nailed it.
But here's the thing. Like I told my children in the past, never marry somebody just like you. You'll get bored quickly. So I can imagine the boredom that she had with herself. And did she treat herself right? And did she pay or not pay at dinners and stuff? I mean, come on.
Good night, Paige. I just seen that.
Wait, no, Paige is saying good night, Timothy, not good night.
No, I think she's saying good night, guys. I don't know. Yeah, she said thank you. Off track. Yeah, she's going to bed.
And Kathy said good night earlier too.
Yeah.
We only have 12 minutes. You can just stick around for 12 minutes. Just saying.
Thank you again to the people over on X. I don't know. Maybe are they just like gliding through or whatever? You can't. Why is there not a chat room on X? Dang it.
I don't know. They'll probably work on it. There's 34 people watching though.
I know, right?
And that's really super lame.
Anyway, she's now looking for a new husband. So if any of you guys are out there wanting a chick that apparently cannot stand herself for a year, then there you go. You have an opportunity right there.
Wait a minute. How old was she in the beginning? If she's 34, she's had to deal with herself for 34 years. Hello?
No, she wasn't married to herself at that point.
She wasn't in a committed relationship. I get it.
They were just living together.
What it was a menage a trois, me, myself, and I. And,
but this one was a menage a moi. So I mean, But yeah,
is that her?
She is now 36 years old.
Okay.
That is her. Yes, that is a picture of her in her wedding dress whenever she got hitched to herself.
She's a Mariah Carey impersonator. She looks like a Vincent. What you call it? No, the
Vincent Van Gogh.
Yeah,
where would you put her on?
I think she
put her on the hot and crazy, the hot and crazy scale right there. I mean, it's she looks like she's had some work done, so she's artificially in the.
That's kind of scary.
I bet she had the same plastic surgeon that Kenny Rogers did.
Yeah.
You know what, Rusty? She's got the crazy eyes. She's got the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
How can you tell they've been Botox shit? That probably can't even tell because they have so much Botox in it.
And Tasty Wife said she clearly couldn't get enough attention from herself, so she divorced herself for more.
True. Maybe she wasn't affectionate enough. I mean, didn't pay enough attention. I get what Kirk's Tasty Joel is saying.
The left hand was cheating on the right hand.
Yeah.
Right?
You know,
Right?
I guess. I don't.
Yep. She didn't want the toy she was bringing to bed.
Yeah.
And she never talked. She never listened to herself. I mean, you never listen enough. You're just never listening to me. You don't listen. Fuck. Oh, sorry. I said it again. My bad.
You can say it now.
You're good.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. Did I look worried? This is
No.
my worried face.
I can tell you what you should be worried about.
What?
You should be worried about speech crimes on social media, because now the UK is even taking offense at a lot of these things. And as a matter of fact, recently the UK police commissioner has said that even if you're not in the country, if you break the law as they see it with the information that you put on your post talking about the UK, they said that they are more than willing to come after people.
I've been having fun with that one, actually.
Yeah.
So
So
I probably can't step foot in England.
yeah. So if you have if you end up saying anything cross about the people across the pond, then you better watch your back, because the redcoats are coming.
Or is that considered lacrosse?
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, we kicked their ass before. We'll do it again.
Yeah. Is she paying herself alimony?
That's a question to be asked.
That is.
We need to interview this woman. Bring her on. Bring her on, Kenzie. Set that up.
There you go. Yeah. Apparently, there is no justification for some people's comments, and I mean, they have to be held responsible for what they say if they end up dishing out any misinformation. So, I mean, there you go. I don't know what they can do, but apparently, they're going to try to do something to go out and get people that apparently are not even within reach of their jurisdiction. I don't know what it would be.
I don't know, but you guys have to highlight Roger Rabbit's scenario here, or scenario, tomato.
Here's the quote right here from the Police Commissioner Sir Mark Raleigh. We will throw the full force of the law at people, and whether you're in this country committing crimes on the streets or committing crimes from further afield online, we will come after you. So
if you go and arrest somebody in another country, and they're going to take you back to that country, because we do it to other countries. We'll go and we'll arrest. Do they have to get their Do they have to get their passport first? Like, if you don't have a passport, they can't make you leave the country, right?
They have to be able to work with another country and get them to agree to extradite you out of your own country and sent to them, which I don't see that happening anytime soon over here, considering how we do things here.
Yeah,
oh,
But
you
the point
sweet,
was about the
sweet
passport.
optimist, you.
Yeah, sweet
Now,
optimist.
I mean, wait another presidential term and that may change.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the point was the passport, though. Do you have to have a passport? I think if you're getting a police escort, I don't think you need a passport.
Yeah, I don't think
I have traveled halfway across the world without a passport, but I had to sign part of my life away to the U.S. government to do that too. So, I mean, there you go.
Wonder what this is.
Tech Roo is looking tired. Look at that.
Whoa.
He's having an out-of-body experience too.
and
he's
Klopp-
drinking water. Or wine.
Klopp said he's-
Water.
Klopp said he's willing to take one for the team for the Mariah Carey chick. He thinks he can fix her.
Thanks, Clop. Appreciate that. Mm-hmm. It's singing.
I've dropped them. I've
those
fallen
octaves.
I've fallen on worse grenades.
You can fix them.
All right, guys.
I don't know. Apparently, she couldn't even tolerate herself. So, are you sure about that?
I'll fix her or die trying, by cracky.
He's willing to give it a college try.
All right, I just want to invite all our Twitter,
X's?
whatever the hell you call it, folks, to join us next week over on YouTube, Off Track Syndicate. You can find us. Thank you, Tech Roo, for
yes, thank you,
hanging out
and the head of Tech Roo.
Clop,
Keeping
did
your
you see that?
pants on.
Erica
Clop.
said, I've seen Clop's TikTok. He can take it.
Wow.
That's funny.
Clop, thank you for jumping in last minute, and Jan also. Thank y'all. I wasn't sure that I was going to make it.
I lost another claw.
Glad you did. Glad you did. You're looking good, Mr. Rusty Professor Lord. I'm getting it all jacked up. Rusty Lugnut. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at those pretty eyes. Those are pretty. Pretty.
Look, they kind of follow you. Like,
Yeah, they
no
do.
matter where you're at in the room, they're looking at you.
Yeah, it's like the Mona
Kinda
Lisa.
scary.
Kind of
Kind of a sexy growly head too.
Y'all remember our sponsor, warhorselegacy.org. Go over and give them $1, literally $2. It'll help. I know we've got a
need
couple.
to get an update on Hannah and JoJo and see if the horse made it to its final living place.
Give them $1. Tell them Off Track sent you, and I know we have a few recurring donors. That's awesome of you people. Thank you. Kirk, thank you for a wonderful show again. I'm glad I made it on. I may not, folks, be able to make it every week, but I'm doing my best. And later details on all that.
Well, we know that the carnival tryouts are very difficult on you. We understand. They're tiring. I mean, you got to hold those breasts up, figure out the weight. You got a bearded lady. I mean, it's tough, man. It's
You
tough.
gotta throw the right amount of pixie dust and
Yes. You got to throw the ping pong balls in the goldfish tanks and try and win a goldfish. I mean, listen, it's not an easy job. It's not an easy job.
Thank you, Jeff and Paige and Kirk's Tasty, Jill Hole, Roger Rabbit, Jen Clifton. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kloppenberg, Roger Rabbit, Erica. Thank you for everybody that stuck around again tonight. Whiskey Uncensored, Ben, if you're still, I'll call you in the next day or so, buddy. Jeff Castle. Love you guys. And we'll see if we can be back on with y'all again next week. I don't know what we got going on. Nobody does. We'll figure it out.
Thank you.
Anyway, don't we?
Thank you for coming in, Clops. Thank you, Tech Roo. Congratulations again on the wedding nuptials. That's awesome.
Where is the bride way to the camera? Where's she at, man?
She's probably downstairs watching.
Here's to many years of matrimonial bliss.
Nice.
Well,
She's doing the show the smart way.
Don't worry. I'm sure that, there's a few people that, are hitched to some of us that are on here, that they'll send her a wedding gift, a nice, fresh, never used yardstick. Everyone that is anyway related to this group gets a yardstick if they are a wife of somebody in this group. So she can expect to have that show up, I'm sure, in the mail at some point. Good night, everybody. Come back next week. And,
for another shit show.
Let us know. Maybe your story will make it on here.